Welcome to the Hobby School podcast. Whether you're a seasoned hobbyist or just getting started, Hobby School is the perfect place to learn something new. My name is Dr. Destiny Kopp, and I'm your host of the podcast. But before we jump into our episode for today, the only thing I ask is that if you enjoyed the episode, please share with a friend and give us an honest review on your favorite podcast platform. This helps us get out the content to more people. I also want to invite you to get on our wait list for our next Hobby School Online Learning Summit. These are free to attend, and you can find the link to join at hobbyschool.com, which is also in our podcast show notes. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Hi there, hobby schoolers, and today we are diving into a topic that is close to my heart, and that is how to tap into that amazing, limitless creativity we all had as kids. You know, back when we could turn a cardboard box into a spaceship without a second thought. I am talking about that kind of creativity. So whether you're an artist hitting a wall, or just someone who is looking to spice up your daily routine, reconnecting with your inner child can be a game changer. So today we're going to explore 5 different ways to unleash your creativity and kick those annoying creative blocks to the curb. And the first one is, I want you to get curious again. So remember back when you used to ask why about everything, and maybe your kids are doing that today. That's the kind of curiosity we are after here. It's all about looking at the world with fresh eyes. So here's what I want you to try. The next time you're out, really look at things. Ask yourself questions about stuff you usually ignore. I want you to pick up a book or watch a video about something that is totally new to you, that you're just curious about. I want you to take a different route to work and see what catches your eye. I want you to keep a little notebook handy to jot down anything that you notice or questions that just pop into your head. Because being curious is just like giving your creativity a big old energy drink. Think about Red Bull here. It wakes up your brain and it gets those creative juices flowing. And that's what we're looking for. The next thing that I want you to do is to make time to play. And I know, all of us as grown-ups, we forget how important play is. But here's the thing. When you're playing, that's your creativity's best friend. It is all about having fun without worrying about the end result. And here are some ways you can start playing again, even as an adult. And the first thing I want you to do is set up a play date with yourself. I want you to block out some time on your calendar for just messing around and just what we did when we were kids, right? We just played around. I want you to grab an adult coloring book or a jigsaw puzzle. Those aren't just for kids anymore. We have a ton of adult coloring books in the Hobby School Shopify store, so check them out. You can dig out those Legos or building blocks. As adults, we can build some awesome stuff too. Or try some improv games or make up silly stories with friends. We have a lot of games that you can try out in the Hobby School store. So I just want you to start playing around. And the point here isn't necessarily to create that masterpiece, which I know all of you will. It's really just about enjoying yourself and letting your imagination run wild. And the next thing I want you to do is just mix it up and try different things. So remember when we were kids and we would go from finger painting to play doh to sidewalk chalk without even thinking about it. But as adults, we kind of just stick to what we know, right? What we're used to doing. And I want you to shake things up a little bit. So if you're into writing, why not try painting? If you're a musician, try sculpting something. If you are a painter, why not try a dance class? Or really go wild and combine different art forms. So who says you can't paint while dancing? There's tons of things out there that you can do. And trying new things can really light a fire under your creativity. Plus, you just might discover something else that you love to do. Now, in the next one, I want you to revisit your childhood favorites. So think back to what you loved doing as a kid. Maybe you were all about building forts, or perhaps you were the neighborhood storyteller. These old hobbies and things that you used to do and enjoy can be a gold mine for rekindling your creativity. I know when I was a kid, I used to love running through the woods, pretending I was an Indian, or just, playing games like that. So go out, do that, explore, go to your local park, go through the paths there, do things there that you love. So here are things that you can really just try out and give it a shot. So make a list of things that you loved doing when you were little. I want you to pick one and try it out. You don't have to worry about being good at it anymore. It's okay to be a beginner again. I just want you to have fun with it. And if you want to, bring a friend or a family member to join you. If you want to go in that walk through the woods like I did and used to love doing, bring somebody with you. So tapping into those old passions can really bring back that joy of creating just for the fun of it. The next thing I want you to think about is to create without judging yourself. And this is a big one, actually. So as adults, we are often our own worst critics. But when you think about it, as kids, we were proud to go up to our mom or our dad and say, here's what I created. You loved it as a kid. You knew your parents, even if it wasn't, anything great, you knew they were going to say, oh, you did such a great job, Johnny. I love what you do. So that's the mindset that I want you to get back to. So here's some tricks to quiet that inner critic. I want you to set a timer for 15 minutes and just create. Don't stop. Don't edit it. Don't judge it. And then start your day with some free writing. Just let your thoughts flow onto a page. And then another thing you could do is try creating with your non-dominant hand. That is a great way to let go of perfectionism. And then share your work with friends. You can share your work in the Hobby School Facebook group. We would love to see what you have created, and we will definitely cheer you on. We will not pick it apart. We will let you know what a great job, just like your mom used to do. What a great job you did. And just remember that not everything you need that you make needs to be gallery worthy. It's the act of creating itself. That's what's important. So let's talk about what we should do to deal with those pesky creative blocks. So even with all the tips that I'm about to give you, you still might hit a wall sometimes. And don't worry, it happens to everyone. And here are some extra tricks to help you push through them. The first thing is to get a change of scenery. Sometimes all you need is a new view. So try working in a different room or head out to a coffee shop and try things there. Also set some limits. Oddly enough, getting yourself some constraints can boost your creativity. I know that when I only have a certain amount of time to work on something, I put my head down, get real creative, and get it done. So you can try creating something using only 3 colors, or write a story using exactly 50 words. There's a lot of things that you can do there to set those limits. The other thing is get mindful. A bit of meditation or some deep breathing can help quiet all those mental chatter blocks that come up with, that creativity block. So think about just taking some deep breaths, being very mindful of what you're doing. Also, just team up. So working with others can spark new ideas. So join a local art group or find a buddy or a friend to create with. The next thing you can do is just take a breather. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to step away for a little bit. Go for a walk. I love taking walks in the middle of the day, especially when it's not too hot outside. Fall's coming up. It's going to be a great time just to go outside, take a walk, or just do something completely different. Often ideas are going to pop in your mind when you're not trying so hard. And then lastly, just embrace the mess. I want you to remember that creativity is a journey. And not everything you make is going to be amazing, and that is totally okay. The important thing is to keep at it. So just wrapping it up here, rediscovering your childhood creativity isn't about trying to go back in time. That's not what we're doing here. It's about tapping into that part of you that finds joy in exploring, playing, and creating. So by getting curious, making time to play, trying out new things, revisiting old hobbies that we talked about, and just creating without judgment, you can unlock a world of creativity you might have thought was long gone. So here's the thing. Creativity isn't something that runs out as you get older. It's more like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So by working these things into your life and pushing through those creative blocks, you can build a rich, fun, creative life that keeps surprising you. So go on, let that inner child come out to play, and your creativity will thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think about it in the Facebook group, or just show us what you're creating there. We'd love to cheer you on. Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget to sign up for the waitlist so you'll be the first to know when our next free Hobby School online learning summit launches. The link is in the show notes for this episode, or you can go to hobbyschool.com, and that's Hobby School with school without an H in it. Talk soon.